You guys, Tennessee 7, they pulled it out.
Woo!
We had a victory, a narrow victory. Unfortunately, not as spread out as it should have been. It should have been like a 25-point spread. It was not. We warned about this, but at least it wasn't quite as tight as we thought it would be. Matt Van Epps defeated Aftyn Behn, or Aftyn Bye, if you would like to look at it that way. 52-46 was the point spread. So it was, it was decent, but still not nearly enough for a state that red.
Seriously, what is that sign? What is that sign she's holding? Is she giving abortions? Is she doing it? What is that?
I don't know. It's just so typical of her. So typical.
She loves abortion. She's a total nut job. She's antithetical to everything American. I'm glad that Tennessee made the right decision, but it was a little too close for me. Little too close. I don't like that. But listen, it's a win. It's like football. Still a win.
Yeah, it's still a win. And now the GOP has a majority of 220 to 113. So that's where the House stands right now. So that's helpful. But here is Aftyn's response to the loss. She said, "Tonight, we did something everyone counted out. We proved to a nation that states like Tennessee are still worth fighting for. The margin was close, and that can only be attributed to the thousands of volunteers who showed out. This is just the beginning." And I'm afraid she's probably right about that they're going to keep trying to put out psychopaths like this, like Mamdani, and some of them are going to win.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, psychopath, commie, losers. They're gonna win. They're gonna, because this is happening in places like Tennessee and Texas.
Right.
WTF.
No place is safe. No place is safe. Scott Jennings, you have to watch his face in this clip. Scott Jennings is absolutely incredulous at Caitlyn of CNN. Talking about this race, and his face the entire time, it just warms my heart. I just love his expression. This is all beautiful. Behold.
Can I ask you on that? Because you said that she ran on defund the police. There were her past comments on that, but she said that was basically when she was a private citizen, before she was representing the state legislature. I mean, that wasn't like a core tenet of her campaign. She talked about affordability. So I think my question is do you really think that's what every Democrat looks like? I mean, I don't think that was the main, that was something, the criticism of hers, obviously, in past comments, but that wasn't the, tenet of her campaign or anything.
She got asked about it repeatedly and refused to back away from it. And look, I'm just telling you, this is what Democrats believe, and this is what their base wants. It's why she wouldn't go back on it. I was just a private citizen. Oh my gosh, we've never held what you said as a private citizen against you in a political campaign. For goodness sakes, what a ridiculous way to just maintain a position that nobody likes. This is the median Democrat position. She is the median Democrat candidate, and that's what their base wants. So that's what we're in for, and Republicans need to draw bright lines on this stuff in every race in the country.
Yep.
He was like my German Shepherd mix. He was like, what?
Really?
What are you, seriously? You're an idiot.
That was my favorite. I just love that so much.
So great.
Early in the day, because obviously we'll get to the cabinet meeting and all the updates from all of the cabinet members. We'll get to that in just a bit. But Kristi Noem, early before the cabinet meeting, she had obviously had a discussion with Donald Trump, and she tweeted about it, writing, "I just met with the president. I'm recommending a full travel ban on every damn country that's been flooding our nation with killers, leeches, and entitlement junkies. Our forefathers built this nation on blood, sweat, and the unyielding love of freedom, not for foreign invaders to slaughter our heroes, suck dry our hard-earned tax dollars, or snatch the benefits owed to Americans. We don't want them, not one."
Preach it, Kristi!
Standing O for that.
Yes,
standing ovation.
That is a tweet right there.
Oh, just wait.
Kristi. Yes.
Just wait, because some complete retard came out and started quoting Bible verses at her. And
of course. Yeah.
They retweeted her and said, "For I was hungry and you gave me no food. I was thirsty and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger and you did not welcome me."
James.
I know, but then one of my most favorite parody, like satire Twitter accounts, Hilaria Biden. No,
Biden. I was talking about yes.
Biden. I
Hilarious.
can't remember. Look at what she posted. It's so good. Biden. Beware the fucktard who flings wide the gates whilst proclaiming "Come one, come all," especially the savages, because he hateth Trump. From the Book of Borders.
Oh my God. Hilaria Bryden Esquire. Yes.
Love this so much. The Book of Borders. I cannot.
Beware the fucktard. Beware.
Have you seen anything better? Have you seen anything better than that?
Everybody take that and run with it. Hilaria for the win.
If you are not following that account, I don't even know.
It's like,
I don't even know.
Are you even fans of this show? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with
it
your
was
lives?
just, I'm always going to refer henceforth and forthwith to the Book of Borders. Because how can you not? How can you not?
I mean, it's like the best book in the Bible.
Right. Oh my God. That should have gone way more viral than it did, but hopefully we've done our part.
We have given it some virality. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, again, if you're not following Hilaria Bryden, I don't even know what's wrong with you. Same as I don't know what's wrong with you if you're not trying OneSkin products. What is wrong with you?
What are you doing to your face? What are you doing? Listen, they just launched their limited edition holiday sets because that's what everybody's doing now, right? But they have the best. They have the Nightly Rewind gift set. I like their stuff because it's simple. I ain't got time for 15 steps, okay? I don't have time for that. They have very simple stuff. It's just like not a lot of stuff you have to think about. And they have the patented OS1 peptide, which it's all about like targeting the root cause of wrinkles and crepiness and loss of elasticity. I need some help in that area. And they do that. And it's a woman-owned company. They understand it. They're all longevity scientists with PhDs in stem cell biology. They get it.
They're way smarter than us.
Right. They understand all that stuff and the skin regeneration and tissue engineering, all that stuff that I don't understand. And so they get it and they put it into their skincare. They have stuff for your body. They have stuff for your face. They have stuff for your eyes. All amazing. Certified
and great
safe.
sunscreen.
Wonderful.
I know
the
it's
best.
not the season, but still, for some people it is.
But I mean, you should wear it all year round, especially like in places like Texas and where you live. You should be wearing it all the time. And it's certified safe for sensitive skin, which I have. Okay, so really good stuff. Powerful results without any side effects. So try OneSkin, 15% off. Use code CHICKS at oneskin.co/chicks. And they're going to ask, where did you hear about us? Tell them you heard about it from us. Okay, code CHICKS, oneskin.co/chicks. Do it.
Do it. All right. So let's get to some of the highlights of the cabinet meeting yesterday. And we'll kick it off with Trump's comments that he made to the press, and because there were a bunch of doozies and they were all great. So this first clip that you're going to see is him talking about tariffs and how much obviously they've benefited the United States. But what I love about this clip is he's like, listen, before I enacted these tariffs, we were getting effed. My words, not his. And I'm not going to name any names, but here are all the names of who was effing us. I just love the way he does it. Here is Trump.
I oppose historic tariffs that are now bringing in so much money that nobody's ever seen anything like it. And countries that were ripping us off, including allies, but they were ripping us off for years. I won't use the names. I won't mention Japan. I refuse to mention South Korea. I will not mention names. But they were ripping us off like nobody's ever been ripped off before.
I won't mention names. Japan.
And I will definitely not mention South Korea.
I will
absolutely not say their name.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not having
That's so perfect. I just love that so much. He also came down hard, as he always does, on the media, the press that were present, because, you know, for all the successes that the Trump administration has, the media can't focus on any of them, instead choosing to chase these rabbits that have to do with his health, which he called out and said how ridiculous it was. And he's absolutely right. Here he is.
You'd think they'd say, well, Trump's done a great job at the border. This country is being destroyed by the border. But you always find something new, like, is he in good health? Biden was great. but is Trump in good health? I sit here, I do 4 news conferences a day. I ask questions from very intelligent lunatics, you people. I give the right answers. There's never a scandal. There's never a problem. I give you answers that solve your little problems. You go back and you can't find anything, but you do stories about Biden was in wonderful health. The guy didn't do a news conference for 8 months.
True.
If I go one day, I had one day where I didn't do a news conference, there's something wrong with the president.
Yes.
So true.
It is so true. The standards are so different. It's ridiculous.
I love that he just calls them out. I mean, he just says the things.
Yeah.
He also talked about and confirmed once again, for those people who are still trying to insist that he's going to be on the ticket in 2028, he confirmed once again that he will not be, but he believes that we have a very deep bench and included the people sitting in the room.
Because I want to run against it, whether it's not going to be me, it's going to be somebody that's going to probably sitting at this table. Could be a couple of people sitting at this table. Could be a couple of people running together sitting at this table, you know. But I want them to win because we've done a great job for this country, and I want that to be carried forward. And you know, I think we have a tremendous bench, really a tremendous bench.
We do. We absolutely do. So much better than theirs.
Yeah.
You know? But we cannot rest on our laurel. It goes back to the election yesterday and how close it was, and how, you know, the biggest thing that I learned from yesterday is we got to get off our butts and we got to vote. I mean, I think that was lesson number 1. It's like, all we got to do is show up.
We got to show up, and we got to not have this fight that's currently being had.
I hear
you know?
you. Yeah, conservative. You're right. I
worry about that so much.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, because it's like when we finally figure out who our, you know, guys or women are going to be, we have to rally. We got to rally and we got to show up.
Yeah, and I worry about the showing up of the people that are on the crazy side of the right, because they're already counting out JD. I mean, they're already saying they absolutely won't vote for JD Vance, and that's a huge problem. It's a huge problem because he's most likely going to be the guy. And so instead, we're going to end up with freaking Gavin Newsom as president, and that's not good for anybody.
Oh my God. Disastrous.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, do we want America to look like California? What the hell, you guys?
Thank you, but no. Thank you, but no. The most probably controversial moment from Trump's talking points yesterday came when he talked about Somalia, and he painted with a broad brush, as he often does, and I didn't have a problem with it. I'm sorry, but he is saying what is on the mind of so many of us who are sick and tired of America hating people invading our country. So here is what he had to say about Somalis, I guess I should say.
Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Billions. Every year. Billions of dollars. And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it.
I don't mind.
We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country.
Yep.
Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Tell
The
me what
reaction was positive about that.
Yeah, and tell me
you
what
heard everybody applauding.
Right. But people obviously, like in the Twitter sphere, whatever, the X sphere, were pissed off about it. But tell me what he said that's wrong. There's nothing that he said in his like little soliloquy there that was wrong. It's just that it hurts people's feelings to hear the truth.
Right.
You know, like somebody like an Ilhan is going to be pissed off about that, but she really does hate this country.
Yeah.
If you look at it from a corporate perspective, which he looks at the country a lot of times, I would imagine, from a corporate perspective, because he's a businessman. If you brought people into your company and they were like, God, I hate this company. This company sucks. You would fire them immediately. You wouldn't have them there. They're a drain on resources. They're bringing the company down. Morale goes down. Everything goes down. They're going to totally destroy your company. These people are destroying our country. It's already in bad enough shape. And he's right. We're on a precipice. We talked yesterday about Social Security. I mean, we're already in so much debt. We can't afford these people. They come in and they steal more money from taxpayers. On top
of what they're already getting from the goodness of our hearts, right? They're already getting all of these benefits, these welfare benefits. And then on top of that, they steal.
Right. Entitlement is a cancer. We have got to cut the cancer out.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
And I'm sorry for like the handful of Somali, folks who
are nice,
who do contribute, who are nice and but they need to be the ones that are speaking out against.
The loudest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
They got to be loud.
They should be speaking out the loudest against these assholes.
Yeah, but then what happens is that once again, you've got the left constantly defending the worst possible people. So as soon as Trump made those remarks, out comes Jacob Frey speaking Somali in part of his speech. I kid you not. But immediately wanting to, stroke the feelings of the very people that have been causing the problem. Here is Jacob Frey.
Good afternoon. My name is Jacob Frey. I'm the mayor of Minneapolis, and we are here to respond to a number of credible reports from several media outlets relaying that there are as many as 100 federal agents that will be deployed to the Twin Cities with a specific focus on targeting our Somali community.
Oh, my God.
To our Somali community,
fraud.
We love you, and we stand with you.
Are you kidding?
That commitment is rock solid.
Oh, my God.
Minneapolis is proud to be home to the largest Somali community in the entire country.
Read the room, dude.
Yeah, what a grift, man. And then he spoke in Somali.
Yeah.
He spoke.
I didn't include that part.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, he believes in America, and then he continues and speaks in Somali. What, dude? Shut up. Are you representing Americans or are you representing Somalians? I think we know.
Pick a lane. And this is one of those cases where everyone with their whole chest should be saying America first. Yeah. Okay. Stop defending the indefensible. Just stop. My God.
If there's over $1 billion of fraud and he's like, we stand with you. Okay. Then you need a GTFO.
Right. Maybe you're on the wrong team.
Yeah.
I think you sent this in our group chat yesterday, this sort of mix of Ilhan Omar's comments from a couple months ago where she was already mad at Trump for, criticizing Somalis. And she was like, we're not going anywhere. It's like interspersed with movie clips in the best possible way. I love this so much. Had to share it. Enjoy.
Somalis are not terrorizing this nation. We are helping it thrive.
And how exactly are you doing that?
Somalis have always seen themselves as a fabric of this nation.
You might be willing to consider another fabric.
So not only are we not going anywhere. Oh, come on! Not only are we not going anywhere, we are not going to allow anybody to make us feel less Minnesotan or less American.
I look at Omar. I don't know. I never met her. Well, I'm saying that if they're not happy here, they can leave. They can leave. And you know what? I'm sure that there'll be many people that won't miss them.
It's pretty simple. Quit your complaining. I mean, you've gotten all this free shit. and then you've defrauded the American people and you still complain? Bye. This is not brain surgery, you guys.
I know. It's just enough.
Am I the only person who is just so sick of being taken advantage of?
We're all right here with you.
Like, follow all the rules. You do all the right things. These people get away with so much crap. And they're like, I'm entitled to it.
I know, right? And then like what the media focuses on is how Trump reacts to the fraud instead of the actual fraud, which is something that Batya, she talked about this last night on Abby's show. This was perfect.
Saying that we all agree that the fraud story in Minnesota is bad, and yet the topic we're discussing is not the fraud scandal. It's Donald Trump talking about
or the governor who swept it under the rug.
This is why he won in 2016, and it's why he won in 2024. Because instead of talking about the outrageous situation in which immigrants who were given the greatest privilege on earth, American citizenship, turned around and stole from the American people, we're talking about how Donald Trump talks about that is his
Hold on, Batya.
Yeah, Abby. You've lost
I
control.
love that she talked over her. I just loved that.
The only reason that chick has a show is because of Scott Jennings. Abby.
It's so true. So true.
God.
Yeah, it's so true. This is the kind of stuff that makes us want to drink. And when you want to drink, what do you drink?
You guys.
Republican Red.
Okay, I hope you had some for Thanksgiving. And if you didn't, you need to get some for Christmas and New Year's, because the holidays are not the holidays without like conversation, spirited conversation, too much food, and too much wine. And Republican Red has the perfect wine for you guys. So they have like Vino Maha, Drill Baby Drill, Double Magnum of Midnight Hammer. They have that. They have over 7,500 reviews, averaging 4.8 stars, because they have great wine, but their bottles are gorgeous. I know I shouldn't care so much about the bottles, but I do.
But I care too. I want them to look nice on the little bar.
It's all aesthetics. And if you give them as gifts, like you don't want to give a bottle that has a crappy outside, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they have beautiful bottles, really, really pretty bottles. And the wine is excellent. So good. So get some Republican Red wine. You guys will not be disappointed. You will love it. You will want more and more. You can use the offer code CHICK to save $5 off your order. So grab a case. Republicanred.com, code CHICK, save $5, and then join their mailing list, and you'll get all sorts of offers from them. Okay, Republicanred.com. Do it.
All right, moving on to the rest of the cabinet meeting, and there were always obviously updates from every single member of the cabinet. We're not going to go into all of them, but we do want to feature a couple of highlights. One of those was from Scott Bessent, who is, talking about how 2026 is going to be a gangbusters year. It's always good news from Scott. Here he is.
I called it the 3 I's: immigration, interest rates, and inflation, that were killing the American people. Close the border, the promise kept. Interest rates are down, and 10-year bond, again, best year since 2020, and inflation led by energy prices is going to roll next year. I think it's going to be a fantastic year. We can look back, be very proud of this year, but I think 2026 is going to be great for the American people. Thanks to you.
It's going to be great.
I think 2026 is just going to be a good year in general. 2025 sucked.
Oh my God, it sucked in all the ways.
Sucked a big bowl in every single way. And I'm just looking forward to 2026 in every single way. And I hope that, just personally, and then also just from a country perspective, I think that all of the stuff that Trump is trying to do and that he has been doing over the past year, it will gain momentum, and we'll start seeing a lot more fruits of his labor and the administration's labor. I really do feel that way. Don't you guys feel that way?
Yeah, because the economy is going to be the number one issue in the midterms. And so we need to start feeling more. The stats are great. The data is great. It's all looking up, except for where people feel it the most, which is home prices, groceries. That's where we need to start seeing a change.
Yeah.
So let's hope that we do. And in the meantime, his cabinet is really, really on top of finding fraud, rooting it out. And the reports are good. The reports about their progress is good. Here is the Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, talking about SNAP and what they've done to eliminate or reduce fraud in that program.
thing which became very much a part of the national conversation during the Democrat shutdown was SNAP reform, food stamp reform.
Yes.
When all of America saw what so many of us know and have been working on, but when you have so much rampant fraud in a program that 42 million Americans participate in, now a big good piece of news that I hope is written about, since you became president, about 800,000 of those 42 million have moved off of food stamps, which is hopefully the plan, with better jobs, higher wages, etc. But still, when we found 186,000 dead people's Social Security numbers being used, 500,000 people receiving benefits more than twice. We had a couple of people receiving benefits in 6 states. In February of this year, we asked for all the states for the first time to turn over their data to the federal government, to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud, to make sure that those who really need food stamps are getting them, but also to ensure that the American taxpayer is protected.
I mean, the fact that this is the first year that they've done that,
right? It's
WTF?
crazy.
We have whole departments that are supposed to be dedicated to doing that. What the hell have they been doing? Plus, I love her. She's an Aggie. I love that she is doing the job that she's doing. And so he's got the right people in place. Like I said, I think the past year has been just a lot of the getting up and getting the motion. And now it's like we're going to start seeing more stuff. I mean, the Doge alone I'm just shocked that our government is so, okay, maybe I shouldn't be so shocked by the fraud and the corruption, but the fact that what are these departments doing that are supposed to be uncovering the fraud and like get rid of those departments. Right. Like get rid of those.
What is it, like the Government Accountability Office or whatever? What have you been doing?
Yeah. Get rid of them because they obviously aren't holding anybody accountable. It's unreal.
And she's not the only one that's rooting out fraud. Kristi Noem also talked about looking into Minnesota, because obviously there's been so much fraud uncovered in Minnesota, but she also looked into visas that had been approved in Minnesota. And here is what she found.
Look into Minnesota and their fraud on visas and their programs. 50% of them are fraudulent, which means that wacko Governor Walz either is an idiot or he did it on purpose. And I think he's both, sir. He brought people in there illegally that never should have been in this country, said they were somebody that they're not. They said they were married to somebody who was their brother or somebody else. Fraudulent visa applications, signed up for government programs, took hundreds of billions of dollars from the taxpayers, and we're going to remove them and we're going to get our money back. And we're going to, this next year, make sure that we only put people in leadership positions in this country that love this country.
Yeah. And then he had the audacity to blame Trump for it.
Yeah. Walz is the literal worst.
Oh,
just the worst. I mean, unreal. 50% of the visa applications fraudulent. 50%. That's
guys.
It's like freaking crazy.
Talk about impeachment. They want to impeach Trump. F you. Are you kidding? Right? That guy is unfit to run a photo mat.
Totally.
Let alone, I can't.
So Democrats, and we saw this with that Aftyn Behn chick, we've seen it with Zoran, their messaging is going to be 100% around affordability. You're already hearing that phrase constantly, that term is their new baby. So they've all gotten their marching orders. This is what they're going to be talking about. And it's smart because that is what people care about. That is what most Americans are dealing with day to day, is just the affordability of goods and services that they need. And so J.D. Vance talked about that when he was giving his update, and I thought he had this exactly right.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's an honor to serve with this great team that you've assembled. And I just want to pick up on something you said, Mr. President, because you hit the nail on the head. That it is absurd that Democrats talk about an affordability crisis that they created and the people around this table work every single day to address. You'll hear a lot of statistics today. You hear a lot of statistics in our political conversation. I think the most important statistic for the American people is that under the Biden administration, the average American family lost over $3,000 of household income. And under the first 10 months of this Trump administration, they have gained over $1,000 of household income. What that says very clearly is that we are fixing the problem that Joe Biden and the Democrats created in the last administration. If you look at every affordability crisis that's confronting the American people today, it is traceable directly to a problem caused by Joe Biden and congressional Democrats. Why did homes get so unaffordable? Because we had 20 million illegal aliens in this country taking homes that ought by right to go to American citizens. Why did tax bills get so unaffordable? Because Democrats were raising taxes while congressional Republicans under the president's leadership, we're now cutting taxes. Why did food get so expensive? Because we printed trillions of dollars and threw it into green scams that made our agricultural economy suffer while Americans were paying higher prices for food. On every single one of those issues, Mr. President, I think we've made incredible progress.
Yeah.
I just love that. That was
know.
so good.
I love that, and I love him. And I love the fact that they're actually having cabinet meetings.
Yeah, in public. I mean, like, and the press is there.
Yeah, we can see.
And it's not scripted. And like, and Trump actually knows everybody in the room.
Yeah. And he lets them talk, and we can see what they're doing and the progress that they're making. And it actually shows that there's, representation of the people. It's interesting how that works when it's supposed to work the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah. Such a good group. And Marco, I mean, if you haven't seen his entire remarks, you really need to go back and watch them because he's just so good. I mean, he's become better and better and better every year. It's just incredible to watch his growth. But there's one thing that he pointed out, and we'll just play a quick clip of it, about how, listen, you may not like President Trump and you may not like his methods, the methods that he employs to get his policy agenda across the finish line, but you should never question his intentions behind them. And I thought that was a really good point for people to hear.
He got them to do the 5% commitment, which everybody said was never going to happen. It was impossible. Everything this president does is driven by the American people. Whether you don't have to agree with the actual move, but understand the motivation. The motivation is always you, the American people, and what's good for you, for your family, for the country, and for our economy. But the president is also committed to peace in a way that all of us have seen.
I mean, he's so right about that. People should never question why Trump does the things he does. He makes it very clear how much he loves this country.
Yeah. And he had an agenda based on what we wanted. That's why when stuff happens, and sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, when liberals are pissed off and they're butthurt by things that he does, I'm over here going, I voted for this.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I don't remember a time, except for maybe his first term, in the past, almost 20 years that we've been doing this, where I've really been able to say that. Because a lot of these guys will get into office and then they just kind of go through the motions.
Yeah.
But he's doing the things that we asked him to do. He's ticking things off the list, which again goes back to that whole, I believe, it's the businessman's mentality. They have to-do lists. They check things off their to-do list. That's what people in business do. They get shit done.
I do think that they try to be way better stewards of our money than any other administration has ever tried to do.
Totally.
For sure. They're thinking about that all the time, except when they say stuff like, we're going to send out like stimulus checks. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Please don't do that. All right. So Pete, obviously we even talked about the questions swirling around Pete Hegseth and whether he was going to be terminated and this whole hullabaloo with the double tap on the Narco ship. And he says, listen, this is going to continue. And I love it. I love that he's doubling down. Here's a little bit of what he said.
I'll say again, we've only just begun striking narco boats and putting narco terrorists at the bottom of the ocean because they've been poisoning the American people. And Joe Biden tried to approach it with kid gloves and allowed them to come across the border. Cartels take over community, 20 million people, hundreds of thousands of Americans poisoned. And President Trump said, no, we're taking the gloves off. We're taking the fight to these designated terror organizations, and it's exactly what we're doing. So we're stopping the drugs, we're striking the boats, we're defeating narco terrorists, and we're standing.
And you may say one thing, that drugs coming in through the sea by sea are down 91%.
I'm not sure either, sir.
But down 91% by sea.
We've had a bit of a pause because it's hard to find boats to strike right now, which is the entire point, right? Deterrence has to matter, not arrest and hand over and then do it again, the rinse and repeat approach of previous administrations. This is meant to get after that. I stand by saying, as President Trump always has our back, we always have the back of our commanders who are making decisions in difficult situations, and we do in this case and all these strikes. They're making judgment calls and ensuring that they defend the American people. They've done the right things. We'll keep doing that, and we have their backs, Mr. President.
Good job. Thank you very much. Howard?
Did you get the clip? I don't think you got the clip of him basically yelling at the media for not knowing what the hell they're talking about.
No, I mean, I know which one you're talking about, but I didn't include that.
Yeah, because he
let him have it too.
Oh, he lit into them, and it was beautiful because he was like, you get to sit in your air conditioned offices and basically try to tell us what to do, and you can F off. He didn't. That's me paraphrasing, of course, but and it's very similar to me. You can draw a correlation between what they're doing, what he's doing, and just the whole immigration debate. Because there are so many people that are like, oh my God, these poor people.
Right.
And these poor people, with the book of, what is it? The Hilaria Baldwin in the book of, what was it? I can't
remember. The Book of Borders.
The Book of Borders. Right. People will act as if they're so, high and mighty and they're just morally superior to you. And they will tell you what they think should be happening. And they don't live in areas where this affects them. They're living in gated communities. They're rich, elitist assholes who live in gated communities where illegal immigrants don't affect them. It doesn't affect their community. It doesn't affect logistically, it doesn't affect them. Financially, it doesn't affect them. And so they're just like, oh, you people out there should deal with that. And I don't know why it bothers you so much. Yeah, okay, because we're living with it. Right. And the same thing goes with the drugs. They probably have never known anybody that has died of a fentanyl overdose, or they've never known a mother who has had to mourn her daughter or son because they died of a fentanyl overdose.
They never think about those people. They never consider those people. It's
Why
always the worst possible people that they want to give their crocodile tears to.
Totally.
It's just, I don't know why this is the Democrat way, but this is their way.
Well, because criminals will protect criminals.
100% every single time. Couple tweets just about this issue that I thought were of interest. This one comes from, what's his name? Jim Hansen. Yeah. Jim Hansen, who was in special forces. And here was his response to all of the backlash he was getting about supporting the double tap and these narco terrorist raids. He said, I've taught the laws of armed conflict to U.S. and multinational allied troops. It is comical to have online experts inform me the laws of war don't apply to killing terrorists because Congress didn't declare war. Wrong. You can't make a second strike at a boat you're sinking because there might be wounded on board. Wrong. It is murder to kill designated terrorists. Wrong. I'm sorry it gives you sads that our commander-in-chief has decided to stop letting the cartels kill Americans by smuggling poison into our country. And then just for like a knife in the chest, he's like, here's a video of one of those narco terrorists being turned into an oil slick to cheer you up.
Yeah, I cannot believe that and it's all because of TDS. It's all because they hate Trump so bad that they will defend narco terrorists.
You love to see it.
When you are on the side, I never thought we'd be having this conversation. I cannot believe we are. When you are on the side of narco terrorists, you have hit a level of psychosis that is so off the chart. I cannot help you. Like, seek help.
Right.
Seek help.
It is absolutely incredible. Kurt Schlichter also tweeted about this, and he gave a great analogy. He said, let me get this straight. We're not allowed to destroy a speedboat full of drugs coming to the U.S. Are we allowed to destroy a speedboat full of mustard gas? If the answer is no, please make that case to the American people. Yes. I'm going to take the yes side of that argument. If your answer is yes, what's the difference? Except that drugs have killed nearly 100,000 more Americans in the last year than mustard gas.
Yeah.
I loved that analogy. It was perfect.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you. Yeah, please, somebody defend that.
Right?
Listen, a lot of these bleeding heart jackholes will be like, oh no, I mean, mustard gas, does it make mustard? Like, what is it? I like
Some
mustard.
people might really need it.
See,
They might
may.
need
I mean,
mustard
I
gas.
love my Grey Poupon. I don't know.
Right.
I cannot.
And listen, I know we're not fans of Dan Crenshaw, but it was interesting to hear a perspective from a SEAL member about how this would work in a mission, right? And so here is what he said about the double tap.
I can't recall any time in my history doing counterterrorism operations where we strike a group, whether that's a building or a boat or a vehicle, and then we were like, oh, well, they're survivors. We have to go. We can't kill them. Of course we kill them.
Of course we kill them.
Yeah.
Hello. This is not hard.
Yeah. And when we have to start using clips from Dan Crenshaw because of these people, look what you made us do.
Look what you made us do.
Yeah.
It's true. I hope that we're going to make you check into being a guild member of Angel, because especially, and maybe this is a good time to warn everybody that we're going to be off for 2 weeks during the Christmas holiday. As always, this is not new. We've done this every single year. But one of the things that we're going to be doing is binge watching a lot of stuff on Angel, and you should too.
Yeah, Homestead is one of them because it's a series. It's a continuation of the Homestead movie, okay? And it's now available on Angel Studios for Angel Guild members. It's a survival drama. I love those. Okay. I'm all about that. And it's a survival drama that follows a family. They're navigating faith and resilience and sacrifice after the world collapses. I seriously love that stuff. All of Angel Studio stuff is too, it's all awesome, you guys. And this episode has new episodes. They started on November 26th, I believe. And if you love the movie Homestead, this is like the continuation of that with the series, and it's exclusive on Angel. So it picks up where the movie left off and has new characters and like all sorts of new storylines and stuff like that. So I got to get caught up on the entire, because I don't have time really right now to do it, but especially before Christmas, but I'll get caught up on the entire series. And then the final 2 episodes will drop on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So check it out. Check out Angel's biggest survival story. Join the Angel Guild today. Go to angel.com/chicks on the right. Chicks on the Right. Watch the Homestead movie and then stream Homestead, the series, exclusively on Angel. That's angel.com/chicks on the right. Do it.
Do it. All right. We need to talk about Trump accounts. So this was an exciting announcement that was made yesterday. And essentially, Trump accounts are set up for kids that are born like now through 2028. And so these, and we'll hear a news report from Martha McCallum about exactly how these are going to work. But essentially, these can grow to $191,000 from age 0 to 18, and then to over $2 million up to retirement when you make a maximum contribution of $5,000 a year. And that contribution can come from parents, friends, grandparents, whoever. So it's not terribly difficult to hit $5,000 a year if you've got a bunch of people pitching in. You can literally retire your kids as millionaires by doing almost nothing. And so they're starting it with Trump seed money of $1,000. And then Michael Dell and his wife, Susan, are also contributing to these accounts. It's a fantastic idea. And as for how they're going to work, here is Martha McCallum with an update to explain.
This is how these accounts will work, and how others, as we've been saying, can get involved in them. The parents can contribute up to $5,000 annually. Employers can contribute up to $2,500. And this is just one point I want to make here that I know you would want us to highlight. This is pre-tax income, okay?
The vehicle matters here.
So this lowers, you and your spouse make a certain amount of money. If you give your child $5,000, you take that out of your pre-tax income. So it lowers your taxable income and allows you to pass it on to your child.
You know what this is? It's not just good for the kid. Everybody who contributes to this is getting a benefit from it. And again, it's not we're making you do it. It's we're inviting you into prosperity. And that's going to be so much more motivating than any kind of tax requirement the government's going to put on you.
I wish everybody would have done. I wish we would have had this. I wish everybody would have had, and then just not rely on Social Security. It's It's brilliant.
And
Absolutely
it's really remarkable what Michael and Susan Dell are doing. And so they are contributing $6.25 billion. And so they released a video to announce this before they were even in, even talking about it with Trump during I think it ended up being a 3:00 announcement. But they made this video describing what they're doing and why. And I love this so much. I am distracted, I will admit, by her eyeballs. I'm not going to lie about it. It's the elephant in the room. Someone needs to say it. If that someone needs to be me, it's going to be me.
Or her eyebrows.
Yes.
Or her eyebrows.
The whole eyelar area is a problem for me. Okay? It's a problem.
Okay. All right.
And I keep seeing people talking about it. I'm like, I'm not going to not say that I don't notice it. I notice it. It's not okay, because this was a beautiful, beautiful woman.
She effed with her face. She effed with her face.
She effed with her face, you guys. And just stop doing this. Women, stop.
I know. Why not just show the video and then we'll
discuss.
We'll discuss.
Because
this
such
is
a great
really
thing.
exciting.
Absolutely. It's a very special moment. We're making a $6.25 billion investment in America's kids through our charitable funds.
Next year, every American child will be able to get an investment account powered by Invest America.
We've seen what happens when a child gets even a small financial head start. Their world expands.
The real power of these accounts is that anyone can contribute. Parents, relatives, friends, everyone can help shape a child's future.
To philanthropists, companies, community leaders, if you want to be part of something truly meaningful for our kids, for our communities, for our country, join us.
And to parents and caregivers, stay tuned and get ready to activate your child's account. Every contribution can grow over the years, just like your child.
Together, we can make possibility something every child can count on.
And that's a future worth investing in.
I love her dress, and they're so benevolent to do this.
Oh my God.
Wonderful are
It's
these
amazing.
people.
Amazing.
Wonderful contribution to society that they're doing here.
And they've been married since 1989.
Yeah,
so they're
that's her.
obviously, I love that. I love that they've been married forever.
Me
I
too.
love that they're doing this.
Right.
She was gorgeous.
She was. Look how beautiful. I saw a post yesterday that compared the 1980s, people from that era to today. And I know that houses aren't the same as people, like houses and malls and buildings and the way people dressed. Everything was like really colorful, like Technicolor then. Everything is very sterile and gray, and like it's just different now. It's just everything is colorless, and they all want to look the same. And it's just very different now. And back then, women were so, beautiful women were really beautiful. And women in their 50s and 60s, I get it. They may have looked older. I know, like the hair was shorter and all that kind of stuff. And you see memes about that. But they aged so elegantly back then.
Yeah.
And there was a sense of authority in older women that I don't think we see now, because all these women now want to look 20, and
they fall prey to the pressure of looking like these aliens, and I will never understand it. I just won't.
Why do 50 and 60 and 70-year-old women want to look like they're 30? Why do they want that? I don't want to look like I'm 30. I already look like I was 30 when I was 30.
Right.
I don't get it. So I don't understand that.
And they're not fooling anybody. That's the main thing. Like, everybody knows what you're doing, so just don't do it.
Yeah, it's okay to keep up with yourself. I'm not saying that women should let themselves go. I'm just saying that it's okay to be 50 and 60 and 70. And beautiful women are always going to be beautiful women. And if you're beautiful on the inside, you're going to be. I know that sounds like hokey, but it's okay to, why have we lost touch with
I know.
Why?
I just hate it.
She was so beautiful. She was so,
absolutely gorgeous.
I know.
We do need to talk. We do have like a whole other actual "Don't F with Your Face" segment that we're going to get to in just a second. But before we do, and it's not her. Before we do, we also need to point out that it's not just these Trump accounts that they're, these newborns through like the next few years that they're contributing to. Here is Michael Dell on even more that they have decided to give, which is absolutely incredible. They are amazing.
What my wife and I have decided to do is for the kids that are under 10 years old that are not included in the government program, so the sort of 2 to 10-year-olds that live in zip codes where the median income is less than $150,000, we'll be giving 25 million of those kids $250 to start their Invest America accounts. And of course, these accounts can be used when the child turns 18. It becomes like an IRA. They can use it for education, for starting a business, for buying a home, for starting a family, for continued savings.
It's
that's incredible.
Right. It's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful. And it's so many. Have liberals said anything about this? Have they said, wow, this is really
a lot of commentary about it?
Because he's a billionaire and look at the wonderful thing that he's doing. But I mean, it's under Trump, so
I'd love to see what you, Bernie, would say about it. Because you hate billionaires.
Yeah. And that's what a wonderful thing that he's doing for children.
And I bet it inspires other philanthropists to do similar things. I mean, this is, and what's amazing is that, 18 years from now, we're going to see how valuable of a program this has been.
Yeah.
And we're going to be like, why did we need to continue doing this?
And you know what else we're going to see? We're going to see that Trump was one of the greatest, if not the greatest president of all time. So everybody can suck it.
Everybody can suck it. You guys, we need to tell you quickly before we get to our Don't F With Your Face segment, we want to remind you about the absolute comfort clothing that you can get from True Classic Clothes.
Yeah,
it's so cozy.
It is really great. I'm not wearing it right now. I have a bunch of it in my bedroom right now because I just got a bunch of it from them. And they have the most comfortable stuff. Like their mission was dude stuff. It used to be that they were all about dude stuff, but now they have a women's and a children's line. They're all about premium, comfortable clothing, a lot of athleisure stuff, which I'm all about. You and I wear a lot of that kind of stuff. They've sold over 25 million shirts. They've earned more than 200,000 5-star reviews. They're all about like comfort and the perfect fit for t-shirts for dudes. 5 million satisfied customers. I practically live in sweats and athleisure because of what we do and who we are as people. So their stuff isn't just comfortable. It is super high quality. I actually had one thing that I wore over the weekend. Yeah. And I washed it and it was like, it keeps its shape. I mean, it's really great. It washes really well. It keeps its shape. It's affordable. I don't like expensive stuff. I don't do that anymore. We're just all
and they've got that waffly material for their like
Great.
not pajamas, but leisure wear.
Super great
So
stuff.
nice.
So you check it out. You can find them at a bunch of stores, but you can just go to trueclassic.com/chicks if you want to shop and get stuff for your family. That's trueclassic.com/chicks. Do it.
Do it. All right. So this is a person in the segment that we've shown before and said that she should not F with her face. I don't know if she's continuing to do it or if in this video, it just looks especially effed with. But today's entrant is Jessica Simpson.
With your face.
I just had a show 2 nights ago for the first time since 2008.
Come on.
And I literally felt like my soul caught on fire. Like I cannot wait to go back out on stage again. It was like a resurrection or something. It was...
What? You guys, there is not a line, not a single expression line, nothing.
I also think that she's a little woohoo cuckoo.
Yeah, like
yeah.
There was no blinking. Maybe she can't blink. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's possible she can't blink.
A lot frozen. And just what is up with the tracker jackers?
Yeah.
Swinging the lower half of the, when did that start? Was it Angelina Jolie? When did that start?
She was the big lip. I mean, she started the big lip desirability for sure. But like the really like the ones that look like they're so blown up that they don't
like Lisa
behave like normal lips anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I try to imagine myself with giant lips. It's just like, can you guys imagine if I had giant lips?
It doesn't fit every face. And I think that's the mistake that women are making. They just think, I want that feature to be like super big, but not taking into account how it looks on their face.
If you or I came home with giant lips, both of our husbands would like recoil in terror.
Oh my God, that would be a big mistake.
Hysterical.
We do need to address Candace today because she put out a very, I don't know, like this was a tweet that came out yesterday morning where she said, I received information last night that put the final pieces together for me. I now can say with full confidence that I believe Charlie Kirk was betrayed by the leadership of Turning Point USA and some of the very people who eulogized him on stage. Yes, I will be naming names and providing evidence for my claims. Spoiler alert, she does not. And I am making a personal plea to every well-meaning person who donated to this godforsaken organization to request a refund. You were lied to and leadership knew.
Yeah.
Them are some big claims, you guys. Those are...
It's huge. She wants to take TPUSA down. And I got to say, like professionals will say the best way to deal with a narcissist is to just ignore them. Or just deal with them very, in a very concise way to suck the oxygen out of the room when it comes to them. But I gotta say, I don't think that's going to work with this one.
No,
I don't think.
I
think that ignoring her has exacerbated the problem. I think they got to deal with this because she loves the attention. She's loving the money. She wants to be the center of the universe and she feels like she is. And so they need to deal with this. They really need to
They're
deal
not.
with her at this point.
They are, I guess they're dealing with it in their way. I know an hour after this tweet, so she posted this at 8:32 yesterday morning. And then like an hour later, Andrew Colvett posted a Bible verse, 9:47. He wrote, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight, from Proverbs. He posted that. And everyone, of course, was like, that is for Candace. That is a direct message to Candace. And she also must have believed it because she retweeted it and then also replied by saying, you shall be hoisted by this scriptural petard. So basically saying he's going to eat his words and that he's lying. I mean, that is what she's insisting. So I don't watch her show. I rely on other people who do to just give me the rundowns. And the names that she named was like some French dude named Pierre Dupont, who is allegedly a donor to TPUSA, and he's French. So obviously that jives with her news story. I'm sure he's got like some tie to Israel too that I don't care to figure out what she's saying about that. But she's blaming the French because of the Macrons. So like this all ties together, obviously. And the evidence that she's using are just tip emails from her followers. So it's not like she's producing some sort of a document that says this is what killed Charlie. She's just drawing all these conclusions based on tips that she's getting from people who watch her. There's nothing. And then what she does, I did look at the end of her show yesterday because I wanted to see how she sums up her findings. And essentially she said, oh my God, you guys, there is so much more evidence that I have, but it's only Tuesday, so make sure to tune in tomorrow. I mean, it's all such a freaking grift.
It's a grift.
And it's so obvious.
And on top of that grift, she posted Luke 16:13 on her page, which is no one can serve two masters. It's that you cannot serve love and money scripture, right?
Well, Charlie texted that to her.
He did.
He
texted that to her, but he did that 7 years ago.
Right. Everything is 7 years ago.
Everything is like 7, 8 years ago, right? Of course. I mean, this is the thing. And I think in her brain, she thinks that they still had this recent relationship and that they didn't.
They just didn't. They just did not.
I mean, he was married to another woman.
Right. And then to make matters worse, she had this there's this clip that's going around this morning of her recounting, because she was like going down memory lane about her relationship with Charlie, and she wanted to share, she claims, one of her favorite exchanges of all time that they had. And she talks about how he was in love with a girl. Now, if it wasn't Erika that she's talking about, then this is super disrespectful. If it was Erika, why didn't she just say that it was Erika? That's what I can't figure out about this clip. See what you think.
I'm going to miss Charlie going on dates and the girls they liked and me always being the wing woman and him asking. This text message is one of my favorite text messages between me and Charlie when he was getting ready to go on a date. And, you know, he didn't date many people. And he was just kind of in love with this girl. And he was asking me, should I wear this? And this is the text message. It's so sweet. He said, do I have to change this shirt? And I wrote back, yes, and throw it away if you can, Charlie. And he writes, okay.
I'm sorry, if that's like one of her favorite exchanges with him, that doesn't say anything to me about a super tight, super close relationship. And why did she say that? Like, to me, that was such a dig at Erika if it wasn't about Erika. And if it was, again, why would she say this girl?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If it was about Erika, she completely discounted her. She blatantly disrespected her by not mentioning her name, by keeping her out of that story, by not saying, oh, Erika, his wife, the mother of his children.
When they were when he was first dating her. If that is the case, I don't know if it was about Erika.
Yeah.
If it was, it's freaking weird that she doesn't say it.
I just think a lot of people in our comments are saying she's jealous. I think she's jealous of the relationship he had with his wife too. I think they had something that they had a very godly, loving, secure relationship. You can say whatever you want to say about Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk, but I think they genuinely loved, respected each other, and they had a relationship based on Christ, and it was unbreakable. And
it is weird too that Candace only shows texts from 2018. Like, if you were in this like super tight best friendship with him, do you not have a single thing that's more recent that you would want to share? Like,
why didn't you go to the wedding?
Well, I asked, and I don't know if it's true. I just asked Grok, did she go to the wedding? Grok seems to think that she did, that she's sort of hinted that they were at each other's wedding. I don't know for sure, so I can't say. But it is just super weird that in that moment, if she was talking about his date with Erika, she did not mention his name. And yet in another part of that same show yesterday, she called Erika out directly and said she wants answers. She wants Erika to answer questions about this Pierre DuPont donor person who was on the phone with a whole other guy that is part of TPUSA. And now she's saying Erika needs to answer for this. So it's getting out of control, absolutely out of control.
Yeah. I think at some point they need to handle this. They've got to have, or Erika needs to handle this. And I think Erika, honestly, she's just such a classy lady. She's so above all this grifting and bull crap. She really is. And I think, but at this point, she probably needs to do something or say something.
I mean, maybe they're like working on a lawsuit. I don't know. Who knows why they're not being more vocal about it. Officer Tatum, who we've had on our show previously and who's a very, very good friend of Candace's to this day, was asked on a recent podcast about, is he talking to her? Like, what is he saying? Like why are her friends not stopping this? Essentially. And here is what he said.
I think Candace really believed the stuff that she say. I think that she really believed these things. And as her friend, my job, my objective isn't to blast her in public. Obviously, I can disagree with her principles. My job is to pray for her and talk to her in private, to try to, in my opinion, if I have an issue with her, to try to talk her through the issue, or talk with her with the issue, show her some scripture, pray for her. That's my job. Everybody else can say whatever they want to say about Candace. I love Candace. I really do think she's a great person. I just think she's falling for the okie doke.
She's falling for the okie doke.
She's falling for the okie doke, you guys. I'm not sure exactly what the okie doke is, but
it's the French-Israel connection, obviously.
And the Jubies.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We do have other like horrible people to talk about. I don't know who this person is. You had sent me this clip of a woman who is suggesting, with no evidence whatsoever, in fact, plenty of evidence to the contrary, that white people have never built anything.
People have never built their own houses, farmed their own farms, worked manual labor. in the history of the United States. So when all the workers are deported and there's no one else here to fulfill that role, because Americans, especially the ones that look like me, are not going to do manual labor for $5, $3, whatever. That's statistics and predictions of literally AI bots who are smarter than humans. It's not looking good for us. We as American citizens collectively have to put it in to this corrupt administration.
Okay, who's going to tell her about
that she's a dude?
Well, that, but when it comes to white people not building anything in this, I mean, the Hoover Dam, who built that, lady? You want me to tell you who built that? White people built that. White men built that. There's lists.
Oh my God.
Lists. It's like, I blame education for this. The state of our education is just so dismal at this point. These kids are not learning anything about anything. They really aren't. Sometimes I will ask my daughter, what'd you learn today? Not really much of anything. God help her. Just read this, read that. Guys, they're not learning history. They're not learning the right history. I don't understand how we can dumb down a nation so quickly. Like it's
been fast.
It's been really fast. And that is living proof of how stupid people have become. Stupid and brainwashed.
Yep.
She is a perfect example of that.
And then you take stupid and brainwashed and you sprinkle on some TDS and you end up with people like Rosie O'Donnell, who is openly admitting that she is harming her child with the same TDS disease. She talks about it to what's his face? Is it Acosta? I think it's Acosta.
It's Jim Acosta. Yeah.
Yeah. She says that she's doing it, doesn't want to do it, and yet is doing it anyway. I don't make sense of this.
I'll tell you the truth. My daughter is now saying, damn him, damn Trump, and smashing her hand on the table. And I said, wow, honey, what are you thinking? And she said, he made us move in order for our own safety. And it's now he's destroying the country. Listen, she lives here. She hears what I'm saying to you. Not that I go around speaking like this every day if it's not an interview, but I think to myself, you don't want to give this to her.
Too late.
Whatever this thing is,
of
me thinking that I have to somehow stand in defiance of him. No, I don't. Somebody can tap me out, I did 22 years. I don't really need to do anymore. And I don't want my kid to be so affected by it. And, she has autism.
But she recognizes what's going on.
Yes.
You physically moved her.
Oh my God.
You're so riddled with a mental disorder over a guy that's in office. You moved her out of the country. Of course she's going to have problems. You have problems. Therefore, she has problems. You're a lunatic.
God, I can't. She's like, I don't want her to take this on.
Too late.
Bitch, it's a little late for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little late.
My God. Yeah. So this is our segment filled with horrible, horrible people. One of those people is Harry Sisson, who has now resorted to taking just still screenshots of the president in a moment where he's blinking and using that to suggest that he's declining mentally. This is freaking batshit. And this guy calls him out.
This is a real photo that was taken of Donald Trump today. It was posted by Tim Miller, who said that one of his listeners passed it along to him. And it's not fake. It's not AI. Anybody actually look at this photo and tell me they think that Donald Trump is healthy?
Hey, Harry, you reach in there, buddy? Because, this is a photo of you. And I just want to know if everybody online thinks that this looks like a healthy version of you. Because it's a screenshot of when you were blinking with your tongue hanging out. And I guess I just wasn't the first one to jump online and say, there's something wrong with Harry, look at this, because I have a brain. You guys are reaching. There is nothing left. There is nothing to pull out of the bag. No pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, Harry. They took a still of him blinking, and they made it an entire news story that was so important that you wanted to share this with millions of people. I don't know what you guys have left. I don't even know what to tell you. Harry Sisson blinks, looks weird. Something's wrong with him. Believe me, trust me, bro. Photo. You're stewing. You're like Chris Valenti. You guys are in the basement just going nuts. Trump just finished like 18 holes of golf and literally sunk a putt from like 20 yards away. I think he's okay. You keep on keeping on, okay, pal? Touch grass.
It's so true. All of them, like all those paid people, they're all paid to like follow a script, just like Harry. Poor little Harry. He has
Harry.
He just has no original thoughts, and that tiny little brain that like is the same size as this tiny little dick. And like he just spews whatever they want him to spew. And he's like, we got him now. We got him now. That's literally all they do. Poor little dude. Poor little beta male.
And he starts every video, breaking news. Look at this new photo of Trump blinking. He's obviously on the decline.
The breaking news is what they fed you. The DNC feeds you stuff to say. Because nothing is original. Bless your heart. He's going to wake up one day at 45, alone, childless, and it's going to be even more shrunk. And like, he's just going to look at his life and be like, this is my lobotomy.
This is my life now.
Right. Just awful. What an awful existence. A miserable, awful existence. And his parents contributed to that. They were like, yeah,
they're probably proud of him.
They're benefiting from it too. Awful.
So speaking of privilege, there is nothing more irritating to me than when very, very highly paid, highly compensated actors, athletes, whatever, complain about not having enough money. And yet that is what you are about to hear from NFL player Odell Beckham Jr. talking about the struggle. And yes, it is a struggle to live on a $100 million contract. Now,
imagine.
The way that he talks about how this is basically no money at all is going to make you want to vomit. I'm just warning you right now. But here is the plight of Odell Beckham Jr. Brace yourselves.
If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today as we speak, I'm going to be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting $8 million. Can you make that last forever?
Yes.
And you always hear the people who ain't
I hate this guy
and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime.
Yes, of course it would last a lifetime, you idiot.
It should last a lifetime, you moron. Oh my God. I can't. I can't. Do you guys feel sorry for him? Do you feel sorry for him?
Can you imagine? $100 million taxed. Okay, so you get 60 of that. If you can't figure out a way to make $60 million sustain you through your life.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Then you are a complete imbecile.
Oh my God.
Complete imbecile.
I cannot.
Did you see that he has to show it off? Did you see that I got to
I got to flaunt it. I mean, that's part of my budget.
I got to part of, that's a budgetary item. Flauntation. I got to put some flauntation in there because I got to flaunt. What? I'm sorry. Wow.
Oh my God.
I'm not familiar with that because I don't have that. If you gave me $1 million, I could live off that the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't. I know. All right. One more horrible person to go. Actually, it's 3 horrible people combined, because it is Crystal Ball talking with the bitches, the Possum Lady and the
Why?
Glasses Lady.
Why did her parents name her that? Why? They hate her. Her parents
I
hate
know,
her.
they have to hate her. They
They
have
really
to
do.
hate her.
Mhm.
But she's talking about the fact that she sees ICE people that work for ICE who are of Latin descent, Hispanic people working for ICE. And she cannot, because of her racism, her outward racism, she cannot figure that out. And of course, Possum and Glasses just nod along like she's saying the best thing ever.
Okay.
Something else you said you'd had it with are minorities in ICE.
I mean, that connects to this, right?
Yeah.
It's like, not only do you have no moral compass, and how many times have you seen these guys? They've got their masks on, so you can't see their whole face. But what you can see, it's like a brown skin tone and a dude who looks like his last name is probably like Lopez or Hernandez or something. It's like, what is wrong with you? Not only do you not have morality, apparently you don't have self-preservation. I mean, these people hate you. They hate you. They hate your family. They hate your kids. They hate your future grandkids. They don't think you belong here. You're not a quote unquote heritage American. You're never going to belong. And you're the one implementing the violent force against your own community. I just can't wrap my head around that.
No, those brown people are just smarter than you. You
And they
stupid
want
white
safe.
liberal.
They want safe communities for themselves.
No.
Also, you absolute hoe bag.
Yeah, and they understand the difference between legal and illegal. God, you ignorant slut. I can't believe this is not hard. Those brown
Oh my God.
people that you try to talk down to and say they have no moral compass, they're smart. They're just smarter than you. They're
Yeah.
so much smarter than you. Oh my God, you weren't expecting that, were you? Racist.
All right, I promise that's enough of the ridiculous people.
Oh my
I
God,
want to
hate
show
everybody.
a
I hate
clip.
everybody right now. We need dogs.
We'll get to dogs, but
good.
I want to show a clip that David Harris Jr. shared that gave me all the feels. This is what you're about to see is a Louisiana prison hosted for prisoners a daddy-daughter dance. And so you're about to see all of these men, these criminals, being reunited with their daughters. It will give you all of the feels. And I should let the record reflect immediately before you watch it. This is not taxpayer funded. This was a privately funded event. So I will discuss after you get your heartstrings pulled a little, but here's what happened.
God bless him. Oh my God. Seriously?
It means a lot. It's a moment that I'll never forget.
The sweetest. Just the sweetest.
She's 17 and I've been gone 15 years. She means everything. She means my world, man. I even put my life on the line for my daughter, man.
Anyway, you get the gist.
Just so sweet. So sweet.
Yeah, and I hope that getting to experience that means that that's a really strong part of a rehabilitation. But I saw a lot of people commenting that this is not okay because prison is not supposed to afford you experiences like this. You gave up your right to a daddy-daughter dance when you effed up and committed whatever crime you had. You know what I mean?
I hear that. I think that's a valid response to this. However, I think that those men seeing their daughters, there's something about that makes them want to do better. When they get kind of a taste of that and they see what normalcy on the outside looks like, they'll say, I want to do better for my baby girl, you know?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, that's obviously the intent. And I don't know who the private donor was that, allowed that to happen. I just hope that's what comes out of it. Well, I do know that it had to have been amazing for the girls. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that makes it worth it.
I would imagine it was the private donor was somebody who has a daughter or has kids and understands the importance of family. And I hope that they do better. I hope they do. Yeah. Even if a large percentage of them do better because of that experience, then it was worth it, right?
Yeah. It was so sweet to watch it, but yeah, I started reading those comments and I was like, oh, I guess that is a point.
And I get
what I mean?
I totally get it. Because I get really mad when prisoners get better food than my daughter does in her school.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. All right, let's get to some fun stuff. We're going to kick it off with a legit news story about a drunk raccoon.
Happened Saturday in Ashland, and according to social media posts by Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter, a raccoon broke into the store the night of Black Friday and ransacked several shelves.
Oh my God.
They have masks, don't they? The animal became intoxicated, then passed out in the bathroom. The sleeping raccoon was discovered Saturday morning.
Head right near the toilet. We've all been there probably at some point in our lives, right?
A little too much.
An officer brought the masked bandit back to the county animal shelter to recover. So yes, that's a lot of liqueur for a little raccoon there. The raccoon slept it off for a few hours and showed no signs of injury. Bounced back. Officers released the raccoon back into the wild.
His body's like sprawled out. We've all been there. All of us. I do.
I love that.
I do. I may need a drunk raccoon. I may need one.
You definitely do. You're about to see one of these super elitist young women who obviously came from just gobs of money talking about a dress that she is wearing that she says may not be for everyone. It's clearly not for everyone. And then you're going to see a guy completely make fun of her in the best possible way. This is glorious. Please enjoy.
I just got back from their month-long trip to South Africa, so tonight they're hosting a little sushi night gathering at our place. I'm going to do a quick little outfit of the evening.
Of course.
Dress is not for everybody.
It's not.
Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Not for anybody.
It's going to remind me of cinnamon buns.
Okay, so my parents just got back from a bender downtown, and they're having an after party at their place. So I wanted to do a little outfit reveal. Now, this outfit might not be for everybody, but...
That is awesome. I love that guy. I love it.
So it may not be for everyone, but here it is.
Everybody.
Here's my fit. That was the best, man. The best.
I love that guy. We need to be friends immediately.
Also, this came up in my feed last night. This is for sure, without question, the fattest bear I have ever seen, ever.
Calls out the wood cross over there. Check this fat boy out.
He ate the last people that filmed him. You better be careful.
He was like 100% a circle. He was an actual sphere.
He was a sphere. I don't think
that was incredible.
Should we be fat shaming bears? Should we be?
I don't think they'd mind. I don't think they'd mind.
They haven't found the Ozempic yet in the bear community.
You know how cats like to be just anywhere in some of the weirdest positions ever?
Mm-hmm.
Please meet Dennis.
Dennis! Come and see. Dennis, Maureen. Oh, Maureen! Dennis! You were not on the menu, so oh my God. No, sir, no.
Him. He's like, if I fits, I sit.
I sit.
That's right. You should get a bowl. You should get a bowl with a cat in it, Daisy. That's right.
By the way, any sightings of the calico?
Yesterday we saw her again. I'm assuming it's a her. Did not feed her yet. Everybody, I know I'm not supposed to feed her milk. I got a lot of messages yesterday about not feeding
I had no idea. We always
cat
gave our cats milk and they were fine.
So I'm not planning on giving her milk. I assure you, I will not. I will give her some sort of tuna or something at some point. But she came over again yesterday, I'm sorry, and just came up to the front again. We just keep seeing her sort of linger there. So I'm just going to wait see if she comes back a couple more days, and then I'll leave something out for her and see what happens.
But like she's seen you, like you've met eyes and stuff?
No, we've been inside.
Oh, you haven't?
We keep seeing her from the inside. I have not walked out there yet, and I will. Eventually. We're going to actually make eye contact at some point. But she sees my animals. Like the dogs will go to the window and they'll see her. And I think because cats are pretty astute, I assume, right? And so the cat is training me. Yes, this is Scorpio. I think the cat is training me. So as much as I can be trained, I think I'm being trained by the cat.
Well, I mean, I don't know what this does for the dream of you getting naked cats, but naked cats are freaking creepy AF. And this, they're like aliens, you guys. Look at them bounce around. That is not okay. They are naked little pig cats.
I love them.
Oh my God.
I'd have to put sweaters on them. I would.
They are terrifying.
Look
at them.
They're a little weird, but we do weird in this house. We do weird animals. There are lots of weird animals.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Weird things. Naked cats. Wanda thinks naked cats are gross.
They're pretty gross.
They're a little gross, but some of my dogs are gross too. They do gross things. They look like raw chicken. Peggy said they look like raw chicken.
They do. They look exactly like raw chicken. That's exactly right. Okay, lastly, we do have dogs. And we've shown montages before of this prank, I guess, that owners play on their dogs, which is to find out if my dog is eating. So many dogs, mine included, are food driven. If my dog is eating and someone breaks into my home and assaults me, will the dog stop eating to save my life?
Yes, this is such a great test.
It's a great test.
Would Maisie do it?
Absolutely not. She would absolutely finish her meal and then maybe see if I'm okay. Maybe.
Theo would totally save me. The rest of them would let me die.
You need to do this test.
I got to do it. I have to do the test.
But you got to do it when he's like got his favorite meal. Like, I think that's what everybody's doing. Now, in this montage, you will notice, I think, out of the many dogs that fail the test miserably and hilariously, there are two that meet the test, that actually do really well. And I'll let you see what their breeds are. You can see for yourself. Here's the montage. Sorry, can't help you. What's going on? I better eat this chicken.
Weimarder's like, bye, human, bye.
One bark. He barked.
I mean, that was effort. Pyrenees is like, nope. He's like, I'm conflicted. I'm very conflicted.
Two barks.
Cocker Spaniel.
Oh,
no.
But I gotta finish. I
really need the food.
This one barely looks up.
His name is Chubby. That makes sense. It tracks.
That's a dog right there. That's a good boy.
Look at the golden retriever.
That's a good boy.
Yes. The Doberman's like, no.
You seem fine.
Really. I mean, it's fine.
Look at this second dachshund. I'll save you, mommy.
The smaller dog.
A million colors dance on the petals of
no. What's that other dog in the background? What is it?
I don't even know. I can't tell.
I
can't tell.
So the
he
smaller
was trying.
The dog, the more Napoleon of a complex they have. Is that what we're
But
thinking?
keep in mind that larger dog is not eating that we know of. So if food is, you gotta test it with food.
Have food. Yeah.
You know?
Got to be in the picture.
Yeah. Food's got to be in the picture.
You guys.
Anyway, I love that so much. All right, it's time for thank yous. We got a bunch yesterday, and then I think I saw something come in. I want to make sure that I get it because sometimes I forget to look at Venmo, you guys. I just forget, and I'm so sorry because if I miss timely messages, I feel really bad. Okay. So from yesterday, we had Shane Medlin who said, if our government would invest half our Social Security into a long-term IRA starting at age 18, every American would retire a millionaire and would not be dependent on the government. But that is what they want.
Amen, Shane. Amen.
Very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Very good point. Let's see. We also had Colleen W. who said, Hegseth's tweet about the Admiral was perfect messaging to the military. Every one of us know that the final triggerman and the commander directly above him always take the fall, rightfully. Hegseth didn't message blame shifting. He messaged much needed support. Mm-hmm. And that is good stuff right there. Yeah, because a lot of people, and myself included, were like, is he just trying to throw him under the bus, but like gently? I can't tell. So that was good clarification. Jana Veith said, thank you for all you do to keep all of us up to date with current affairs. You do it with such ease and humor. You're like my fun girlfriends every morning. Merry Christmas, ladies.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Jana.
From the Ball Pit crew, Kelly 1106 said, would love you ladies to try to get interviews with Batya Ungar-Sargon, Governor Ron DeSantis, Dana Perino, Martha McCallum, and Senator John Kennedy. You ladies are the best. They are all on the list, you guys.
Yes.
We are trying.
Every single one of those people, Kelly. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All of them. GTG 1987, thank you so much. Bagger Zen, I smashed the like button. Woot, Ball Pit, and Doxy Mom said, my son named our dachshund Pickles, which I just love that so much.
That's a great name for a dachshund. So great.
And then Kelly Wiseman said, happy Dad Joke Wednesday, big jerks. How do you find Will Smith in the snow? You look for Fresh Prince.
I've never heard that one. That's good.
That's a good one. Cynthia Brady said, in reference to Brandon Johnson's view on prisons, we need to go back to hard time. Inmates need to be busting rocks, digging ditches, and cleaning sewers. Make prisons uncomfortable.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Which is interesting, right? Considering the video that we just played.
Well,
and she sent this before we ever played that.
Yeah, but they could still do that stuff and still have daddy-daughter dances.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Still do the hard labor and then have a daddy-daughter.
That's true. Teresa Gaines, better get my glasses because Venmo is teeny tiny. Teresa Gaines Chacon, I think, said, I've known Michael and Susan for 30 years through 2 jobs. She was beautiful in her 20s and a gorgeous buff badass in her 30s and 40s. I haven't seen them in 15 years. I sang Don't F with Your Face when I saw her yesterday. Reading the comments on Facebook broke my heart because I love their hearts. I totally get that.
I know.
They're so dear. But how do you
sweet-
not say something?
What sweet, sweet people, right?
I don't know how to ignore it. I just don't.
Yeah.
The people that are saying don't say that are thinking it. You know what I mean? Like, let's not lie.
Yeah.
And like, let's not try to pretend that we're not all thinking the same exact thing.
And I guess part of it is I think that it's important for when we say these things and we do like a little segment, we joke around it about it and stuff like that. It's important to point out that there are women out there that want to bring back aging gracefully.
Yes.
And to show other young women that, like, you know what, it's okay to have some sagginess and like some wrinkles and stuff, because that's what normal faces look like.
Yes. And if
It's
we don't say
okay.
anything, I don't want young girls seeing that and thinking that's how I am supposed to look at whatever age.
Exactly.
It's not.
I want my daughters to see that.
Yeah. Exactly. Over on locals, Trisha OG said, heading into New York City to the hospital for special surgery for a partial knee replacement, kneecap arthritis. Prayers from the Chicks Nation appreciated. You got it.
Prayers.
Knees are not fun. I can assure you that I am well aware of that. Mm-hmm. All right, now you.
Marcy Perales. Good morning, Mock and Daisy. Happy Wednesday. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. Happy Dad Joke Wednesday, much love. Clark 224, Dad Joke Wednesday. How do you fit 39 mathematicians on a bus with 38 seats? You carry the one. So
That's
great.
a good one.
Curio 2369. Did you know that if you boil a funny bone, it becomes a laughing stock? That's humorous.
That's humorous.
Brian Brumley one. Had a cousin who owned a coal mine. He would just mind his business.
I get it.
Noem, the first rule of Synonym Club is that you must not talk about, utter, mention, discuss, or gossip about Synonym Club. Sorry, jerks. That's the best I could do for Dad Joke Wednesday. That was really good.
Cute.
Leslie's Y89. Thank you for that super sticker. James Edgar. Speaking of Omar, what's the most popular greeting card in her family? Happy birthday, Uncle Dad. It's so true. The people are all over. Yesterday, I saw like the actual physical proof for marrying her brother. Can we just deport her already? Hello.
Right. And then like there was also, I saw a bunch of charts about these third world countries and how often they are incestuous with one another, and their average IQs are so much lower than westernized nations.
Why
so
do
I
we
mean,
want that?
we shouldn't.
We don't want that. It's disgusting.
Thank you, but no.
Yeah. Marcy Peralez, the whole food stamps program needs to be looked into. So many on it that no longer qualify, but still receiving benefits. Seniors on social barely qualify. Welfare cheaters get benefits. So wrong. It's so wrong.
So
Marcy.
wrong. So wrong. And one more thing, really, really quickly before you jump into the next one, just because I had that thought. When people attack Trump or us or anybody else that points these stats out about Somalis, about the IQs, about the incestuous behavior, when they say that that's racist, I would point you to like some of the African folks that we have as immigrants who are super, super smart. This is not a race thing.
Nope.
This is depending on where you are from in the world and what your culture is. And there are some cultures in Africa that really promote education. So I don't have a problem with that. Bring them all, because we know that they're going to contribute. But these third world nations that do not contribute and that have disgusting relationships with one another, why do we want that? We don't.
Yeah,
that's all. It's not racist.
And this is why we need to vet every single person. We need to vet and not just let people pour across our border illegally.
Yes. I'm sorry for
Mama
interrupting.
8. It's okay. No, Bo Mama 8. A priest, a pastor, and a rabbi are waiting to donate blood.
No, it's a rabbit.
Is it a rabbit? And a rabbit are waiting to donate blood. The nurse asked the rabbit, "What is your blood type?" He says, "I think it's type O." Y'all, love y'all.
I love that joke so much. It's one of my favorites.
I think it's type O. Okay, Miss Shelley Bolton. Okay, y'all. Dad Joke Wednesday. Did you hear about the 4'11" psychic that broke out of prison? Now there's a small medium at large. And another. Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
Oh my God.
Forgive me. You're forgiven, Bolton.
You're forgiven.
You're forgiven. Curio 2369. I swallowed a bunch of synonyms yesterday. Gave me the sorest throat I've ever had. Oh my God. Shannon Pope 875. NASA is launching a satellite to say sorry to aliens. They're calling it Apollo G. I'll see myself out now. Oh my God. These are good ones. Kimmy Joe 5. Yes, Ozempic type drugs are killing our friends. 60 plus does not need to look like Christy Brinkley. It will never happen. I mean, it can, but it shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Just stop.
And then eventually you're going to die and you're going to look this way. And then the rest of it is going to look
that way.
Yeah. Reba Henry 6242. Rosie is a huge butt wipe. That's a great comment. So I like that comment. Noem, the difference between Rosie and butt wipes is that butt wipes are useful.
Fair point. I like the play off of each other there.
Good. Tan Popo Chan 09. I think Charlie and Erika had agape love for each other.
Agreed.
Sweet. Bill from Texas 9246. Dad Joke Wednesday. How can you be sure all Tickled Me Elmo dolls are males? Before they leave the factory, they are given two testicles. Get it? Lady Shenandoah. Compare car colors from the 80s to now. Cars are all black, gray, white, and silver. In the 1900s, we had color. Look at the new car lots. It's shades of gray. It's so true.
And they're all that matte paint now.
Everything is gray and white. And like back in the 80s, it was, listen, I'm not saying that like we need to bring back neon. I'm just saying like everything was colorful and the people were colorful and everybody looked unique and different. And I loved that. I loved it. And now it's like everybody wants to look like some sort of a human feline. It's really bizarre. Anyways, Angela McDonald 1234. Love you guys. We love you too, Angela. Thank you.
You.
We're bringing it in.
Thank you.
We're bringing it in. We're bringing it in, you guys. I got it. Gotta get under my wire here. You guys have the best Wednesday ever, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.